What's going on, guys? And with Backlash only a week away, it's on Saturday. Next Saturday. They're building towards it quickly. They're throwing a card together. And they kick off Smackdown with the match that's going to be for the United States title at Backlash. It's now a fatal four-way, as we found out on this show. But it starts off with Priest backstage, walking through the arena. He comes across Fatu and Solo. They get into an argument. Priest's still arguing with them. Along comes LA Knight. He walks straight past them all, goes straight to the ring, cuts a promo, which is interrupted by Damian Priest. That leads to a match between the two. That is interrupted by Solo. DQ. Solo's beating them down. They get the better of Solo. Nearly put his ass through a table. Here comes Fatu to save his ass. Later on, Aldis decides, let's have a triple threat match at Backlash with Priest, Knight and Fatu. But then Solo decides to remind Nick Aldis that actually Drew McIntyre is the number one contender and it should be Drew McIntyre fighting for the United States title at Backlash. Aldis is like, alright then, let's make it a fatal four-way. Fatu don't care. He's all gas, no brakes. He's going to dog walk them all. Can't wait to see that match. Actually, I can't wait to see Fatu in the ring again. He is absolutely phenomenal. Fraxium had an interview backstage, interrupted by Pretty Deadly. And it's Fraxium's second match, and it's against Pretty Deadly. And this match will be remembered for one thing and one thing only. A shooting star press gone wrong. Nathan Fraser hits a standing shooting star press on Elton John, catches him straight in, not Elton John, Elton Prince, sorry. I wish it was Elton John, that would have been entertaining, wouldn't it? It was Elton Prince in the mouth. You don't really notice it in the match. It's a basic standard move you see Nathan Fraser do every match. He hits it, goes for the pin. You're expecting Prince to kick out. He doesn't. The ref counts 1. The ref counts 2. The ref goes to count 3 and she doesn't. But he's still lying there and he's not kicked out. Fraser gets up, wonders what the hell's going on. The ref's wondering what's going on. Prince sits up, wonders what the hell is going on, and then you see his mouth absolutely pissing claret. And you got to think the ref should have noticed something was wrong and should have just gone for the fall and should have just counted it on the fly. 1, 2, 3, finish the match there, because they had to carry the match on for another minute with Prince outside, busted mouth. His partner had to finish the match. It was 2-on-1. They finished it after a minute. Fraxium got the win. Why not just call it on the fly, end it there? That's what should have happened. Man was injured. Man was done. He needed to get backstage and sort that out. He was an absolute mess. So I'm guessing that's Pretty Deadly on the shelf for a little while now. Meechin and B-Fab were backstage asking Nick Aldis for a tag team title shot. That shows how dead the women's tag team division is. If B-Fab and My Chin are looking for a title shot. Good Lord. Nia Jax is back and she's in the ring cutting a promo. She gets out a couple of words and here comes Tiffy. Love the Burberry outfit. She looked great. But you got to think MJF is thinking gimmick infringement. Will he be making a call? Who knows? But she looked great. Wearing it much better than he ever does. Naomi comes out, interferes in this. Brutal on the mic. Here comes Jade. Goes straight for Naomi. Aldis comes out and announces a tag team match for the main event player. Then we get Aleister Black versus The Miz. Aleister Black's first match back in 5 years on Smackdown. And banger of a tune. Love his entrance music. Always have done. But how are we getting Aleister Black over by him having a 50-50 match with The Miz? Really? That doesn't elevate him whatsoever. He is a knockout artist. What should have happened when that bell rung, when Miz ran towards him and he went for that Black Mass kick, that should have connected. Should have hit him straight away. 1, 2, 3, match over. That's what you should be doing for the next couple of months with Black. Literally, bell rings, kicks him in the mouth, over. That would get him so much heat, so much more interest. He would get over. No one is doing that anymore. No one is winning out the gate straight away. You see it in other sports, in boxing, in UFC, in MMA, where people are knockout artists winning in the first round, maybe even the second round. They're knocking people straight out. It does happen. So why doesn't it happen in professional wrestling anymore? This would be a great way to build Aleister Black for a couple of months, have him knocking out all the lower mid-card people. Knock them all out on his way to a main event, or not a main event, a pay-per-view match, or PLE match. At, I don't know, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank, whatever. Clash at the Castle, who knows. Crown Jewel, wherever. With a champion, I don't know, an animal of a champion, I don't know, maybe a Fatu. He knocks them all out. And even Fatu doesn't get knocked out, but is worried that, well, showing a little bit of a concern that, yeah, I could get my ass knocked out. That would be great. That'd be a great storyline. That'd be great for Aleister Black. Instead, we're having 50-50 matches like everybody else. Everybody else, you're just the same as every fucker in the back. It doesn't matter. The match was all right, but Miz got far too much offense in. Shouldn't have lasted this long. Like I said, he shouldn't be talking either. Doesn't need to say anything. His feet can do the talking for him. It's so easy to book this guy. How are you getting it wrong already? Talking about getting it wrong. Talk about getting it wrong. Who did Chelsea Green piss off? Who? She must have done something wrong. I think people backstage thought she was getting too big for her boots. She got over by herself. And everyone knew it. It wasn't the creative team that decided Chelsea Green. The people decided Chelsea Green. The people loved Chelsea because Chelsea got herself over. Because Chelsea is the most talented female you've got on the fucking roster. And you know it. And you didn't create that. She did. She did. So you had to put her down. And who do you replace? I have no problem with Zelina Vega. I don't. She is talented. But there was no story there for the girl. And they're not going to do anything else with her afterwards. I mean, look what they've done with the IC champ over on Raw. Lyra Valkyrie. Nothing. Nothing with the girl. Absolutely nothing. And they're not going to do anything with Vega either, because they did nothing to build her up towards this and make it mean something for her. It was out of nowhere. And this match with Niven was awful. Awful. This match sucks. She is too small to be wrestling someone the size of Niven. It didn't work. It looked ridiculous. The title win should have been built up. This creative department are the problem. These women never get over because of the creative department. It's shocking. Got a Randy Orton promo which was just pointless. Pointless. Absolutely pointless. You didn't need it because literally straight after you had a much better segment. The best segment of the whole show featuring Randy Orton. With R-Truth. It's actually, R-Truth is adding some spice to this John Cena heel turn. And you need to have R-Truth in the thick of it. In the thick of this Randy Orton, John Cena match, this storyline, this John Cena heel turn. R-Truth was brilliant. He comes up to Orton backstage, tells him you've got no chance at Backlash. John Cena is my childhood hero. Big Jim gets involved and he tells him he's not playing around. And John Cena told him he is the last real champ and he wouldn't lie to him. You can see R-Truth getting involved at Backlash. It would make perfect sense. Costing Randy Orton the match. Doing things for John Cena. Out of the love of John Cena. Out of his obsession with John Cena. It would make perfect sense. And it would be good. It would be good. Truth is good. I would be all for it. And then at some point, Cena turns on him. And at some point you can do R-Truth versus John Cena. Let me know what you think down below. Santos and Phoenix had a match. It was a decent lucha match. Phoenix got the win. You knew that was happening. Santos was backstage later. Weren't happy with Los Garza because they didn't interfere and help him out. Andre interferes in that little segment and tells Santos, I don't like you. He's trying to obviously steal away Los Garza from Santos. I'm alright with that. Cena's going to be there next week. Hopefully he will interact with R-Truth and we will get more storyline and see that relationship between Cena and R-Truth. And they tell that storyline. Hopefully it's just not another pointless John Cena promo where he just heels out on the crowd and just gets some cheap heel heat. Hopefully we get more of a story with him and R-Truth and Randy Orton. I'm more interested to see where this story goes between Cena and R-Truth than I am with anything to do with Orton at the moment. Let me know what you think. Smash that comment right now. And the main event was Jade and Tiffy beating Jax and Naomi in a tag team match. Cargill got the win. Impressive powerbomb on Jax. Cargill was holding the title after the match. Naomi comes in from behind and knocks them all down. There's a bit of a brawl afterwards. Clearly this is leading to a fatal 4-way at Backlash for the women's title. I'm alright with that. This tag match was alright. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't the greatest. Let me know what you think down below. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Peace.